Good morning, brothers and sisters in the Dharma.
Good morning.
I'm very happy to be invited back here. And this time we're doing something special. We're going to do laughter yoga. Now, many people actually, when I first started using laughter yoga in the Buddhist circle, some people, maybe with a bit of a closed mind, think that, oh, it's not suitable for temples. But actually, it is not very true. There are many things about laughter yoga which actually can help us in our cultivation. One of the important things about laughter yoga is that it helps us build good health. And I will explain through today's presentation why laughter yoga can bring you good health. Another wonderful thing that laughter yoga can do is actually help us to cultivate a sense of humility. Because when we interact with each other with laughter, we feel humble. You know, that humility is very important in cultivation of the Buddhist life. And more importantly, with laughter yoga, it helps us to cultivate joyful contentment. We are happy in the moment, in a joyful, wholesome way. So these are some of the wonderful benefits of laughter yoga. So today I'm going to share with you some important things about laughter yoga first, before we begin with some laughter sessions. So, what is laughter yoga? Actually, I call it laughter therapy. Right? Now, laughter yoga is really not about laughing. A lot of people think, oh, laughter yoga, you're just laughing. No, it's not about laughing, because in the process of laughing, your breathing will help you bring in more oxygen to the body. So what is laughter yoga about? It is really about breathing, bringing in more oxygen to the body. And then at the same time, it is helping you to exercise your diaphragm. See, your diaphragm is the part of the body that separates your lungs from your bowel system. And that is the part of the body, that is actually a muscle that is curved. And that is not being exercised well enough. You see, when we were first born, during the first few months of our life, we breathe with the diaphragm. It is the diaphragm that is causing us to breathe. So that when the diaphragm flattens out, it expands the lungs. When the diaphragm curves up, it compresses the lungs. So that is how babies breathe. If you notice, if you have a newborn baby, before the baby is able to sit up by himself, you will notice when the baby lies on the back, the stomach is the part of the body that is going up and down. That is the breathing. Breathing from the diaphragm. But for some strange reasons, and I've asked many scientists who are not able to really explain it, when the baby learns how to sit up, from that time onwards, and that's about 6 to 9 months depending on the maturity of the baby, when the baby learns to sit up, that is the time somehow the human baby has lost the ability to breathe with diaphragm and start to use the chest. So we breathe with the chest, and the chest muscle is the part of the body which helps to expand the lungs. Because normally when we ask you, take a deep breath, which part of your body is exercising the muscle? It's your chest. But the proper way to take a deep breath is to use the diaphragm. Right? So that exercising the diaphragm is what laughter yoga will help you do. And there is one amazing thing about the exercising of the diaphragm, because the diaphragm is connected to a set of nerves. And that set of nerves come out of your brain and goes through various organs. This set of nerves is called the vagus nerve. V-A-G-U-S, vagus nerve. Not Las Vegas, huh? Vagus nerve, right? And that nerve, when you exercise your diaphragm, it stimulates activity in that set of nerves. And what that nerve do is that it sends a signal to the brain to release a very powerful hormone called endorphin. And those of you who know, endorphin is a good hormone. Endorphin actually helps to improve your health because it boosts the immune system. And of course, for the ladies, there is a side benefit of endorphin. Endorphin actually smoothens your skin. And people who laugh a lot, people who smile a lot, they release a lot of endorphin. This is why you notice people who smile a lot, they have very smooth skin, like mine. You know, I'm 60-something. So that's what it is. When you release a lot of endorphin, it smoothens your skin. So you don't need to go to this cosmetic shop to buy all the powder and chemicals and whatever. You know, laugh more often and your skin will be smoother. So for those of you who are still not yet old, but young people, you remember this. As you age, laugh more. Then you don't need to worry about putting cream to smoothen your skin. So that is really what it is about, releasing good hormones. And then another thing about laughter yoga is that it stimulates that part of your nervous system called the parasympathetic nervous system. And that part of the nervous system actually helps you relax. You see, our nervous system can swing in two extremes. One extreme is called the sympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is actually the part where you get stressed, when you are angry, when you're anxious, when something frightens you. Then your sympathetic nervous system produces very bad stress hormones. And stress hormones like cortisol, stress hormones like adrenaline, and they cause your muscles to all tense up and wrinkle your skin and all that. So it's not very healthy for you. Right? So when the other extreme is called the parasympathetic nervous system, and that is the opposite of sympathetic. That part causes you to be relaxed. So when you are meditating, you are experiencing this parasympathetic nervous response. Your whole body is relaxed. That is also the state of relaxation during meditation. Right? So that's why laughter yoga can help stimulate that, because afterwards you can experience it. When we finish a laughter yoga session and you sit down, you will feel the whole body very relaxed. And that's what it is about. And then another thing about laughter yoga is that the exercises are not strenuous. Now, a lot of people think, oh, laughter yoga, is that something to do with yoga? Do I need to bring my yoga mat? Actually, no need. Laughter yoga is really not about these yoga poses you have to do, is it? Because if those are the poses you have to do, all of you will notice I'm not able to do those things. But laughter yoga, the yoga part actually is the breathing part. It is taking the breathing exercises from yoga to combine with laughter exercises to make laughter yoga more interesting to apply. So there is non-strenuous cardiovascular workout. Right? And it also helps you to cultivate attention and awareness of the present moment. That is mindfulness. Because when you're doing the laughter yoga session, you will notice that your mind is focused on that activity of laughing and contentment. You're no longer thinking about yesterday's problems or tomorrow's worries that you will experience. And it helps to strengthen your immune system, and that is a wonderful thing. So basically, in a nutshell, what is laughter yoga all about? It is not about laughing. It is about breathing, bringing in more oxygen. It is about exercising the diaphragm, stimulating the release of good hormones. It is about stimulating a relaxation response in the body so you feel more relaxed and less tense, so it can reduce the stress. And it is non-strenuous so that you can have some workout. Right? And this is wonderful for elderly people. So those of you who are not able to sit on the floor, or those elderly people sitting at the back, you will realize that this is going to be helpful to you. So hope you can join in afterwards when we do the exercises. And then it is also about attention, awareness, and then improving the immune system. Now this is basically what laughter yoga can do for you individually. But if we were to practice it in a group, which is what we're going to do afterwards, what else does it do? So as a group laughter therapy, laughter yoga as a group exercise can help us promote this sense of selflessness. Because when we interact with each other, we're no longer thinking about me and you, we're thinking about everybody, So it's a sense of selflessness, and actually it improves our bonding. And cultivating humility. We are humble. We don't thinking, oh, I'm a senior executive in a big company, you're just a junior clerk. We don't think like that when we practice laughter yoga in a group. So everybody is equal. So there is humility involved, and then basically helps us to enhance the empathy feeling for one another and improving these relationships. So, as a team, we will feel good. So laughter yoga actually is used extensively for team building. And it also breaks down inhibition. During laughter yoga activities, so everybody just participate. We don't have to worry about what other people think, because we are in this enclosed room, so we will feel comfortable and safe. Of course, if you are riding the LRT and in the middle of the LRT you go, and then people will look at you, what? This fellow, something wrong with him. But if we were to practice in a safe environment like this, that laughter yoga can actually help us break down this inhibition, And this inhibition can also help us not to judge people. And this is a very important thing, because when we say, oh, I'm laughing, what will other people think? Who cares what other people think? Are you doing anything unwholesome? No. Are you happy? Yes. So why do you worry about what other people think when you are happy? See, you're not harming anyone. You're not hurting anyone. You're not causing trouble to anybody. You are happy. So why would you want to worry about what other people think? Just be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. So basically it's about living in the moment. And you will notice all this is about joyful contentment. All this is about good health. All this is about happiness. And this is supported by the Dharma. Why do I say that? The Buddha has said it in the Dhammapada. It says health is the highest gain. So if we were to do something wholesome and it brings good health, isn't that a wonderful thing to do? And then the Buddha also went on to say, contentment is the greatest asset. Now, if whatever we do is wholesome and we are feeling good and it brings us good health and we are contented, we're no longer greedy for this, we're no longer lustful for that, we're no longer feeling anger and ill will towards something else. Isn't that wonderful? Joyful contentment. And of course, we cultivate fellowship amongst ourselves. So we make good friends among Dharma friends, Kalyana Mitra. We can all enjoy a good time together in a wholesome, happy, healthy way. So isn't that wonderful? The trustworthy are the best companions. So this is from the Dharma side. This is found in the Dhammapada verse. There you can actually follow this. So that's wonderful. Now, that is the Buddha Dharma side. What about philosophy? What do philosophers think about laughter? Now, this is a very famous philosopher, some of you may be aware of, motivational philosopher, Ralph Waldo Emerson. He has written a lot of books and actually had a lot of wonderful quotations. One day he was asked by some of his followers or students, what does it mean to become successful? What does it take for a person to become successful? And this is what he has said. He says, to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to leave the world a better place and to know one life has breathed easier because you have lived. Now, that is what it means to be successful. Now, what does it mean? It actually means that if we're able to do something to help people laugh, to help people feel happy, to help people feel contented, that is a wonderful thing. You are actually doing something good. To know that life, someone has enjoyed life because you have done something for them. So this is also an important aspect of laughter, laughter therapy. So let's begin with a little bit of laughter exercise. Okay, I think I'll do it standing. You can sit down, you can do it because I want to show some actions. Alright. Now, laughter therapy or laughter yoga is about 4 steps. There are 4 steps in any laughter yoga sessions. The first step is a warming up exercise. This warming up exercise basically involves clapping to warm up. So let's all clap and warm up. Now, in laughter yoga, we don't just clap like the normal way. We clap palm to palm, finger to finger, so that it's full contact. Okay. And in laughter yoga, we also have a rhythm to the clapping. We go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And along with this rhythm, we then have a chant to go with it, a happy chant. We go ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Then after yoga, not only do we chant, we then add a little bit of action. Now you start to turn to the person next to you or in front of you or behind you and then you laugh along and smile with the person and tilt your head a little bit and go, ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, ho, ho, ha, 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 ha. Okay, now you notice that your palm is getting a little bit hot. That's wonderful because you know that there are a lot of acupressure points in your palm and your fingers. Now, why don't we do the old traditional way? Because the traditional way, you're catching air in your palm and that is not good contact, you see? And not only that, in that part of your fingers, in the middle part of your finger, the nerves go straight to your brain. So when you clap in this manner, you're actually stimulating blood circulation in your brain. So in fact, all these acupressure points that is being stimulated, they are very helpful for your blood circulation. And it brings a lot of blood circulation to the brain. So that's what this clapping is about. Right? So that is the first exercise, or the first step in a laughter yoga exercise. The next step in the laughter yoga exercise is the breathing. So if everyone can just face forward. Now since we are all sitting down, what you do is you stretch out your hand and you roll it in and fold a fist with one long deep breath. Ready? Long deep breath in. Hold your breath for a moment and then you let go with a giggle. Stretch out your hand. Roll it in, one long deep breath and hold it there. Now don't overexert when you let go, because the whole idea is for breathing, not to overexert. One more time. Roll it in, deep breath, deep breath, and hold it there, and then and that is the second part. Right, so this is about deep breathing. The third thing about laughter yoga is childlike playfulness, which means everything we do, forget about how old you are. I'm not so young either, but we can all have this inner child we can bring out. So bring out that inner child, and what do children do? When children have fun, what do you normally do? You say, very good, yay! So that is in fact the laughter yoga cheer. So let's do that. Very good, yay! One more time. Very good, yay! So that is the third step. Okay? So anything that happens, if you find it, you're happy with it, just go very good, yay. And in fact, you can use this in many situations. I'm going to show you later on some of the wonderful situations you can use it, even when you're quarreling with each other. Imagine, if you're quarreling with each other, in the middle of the quarrel, both of you go, very good, yeah. That's what happens. You feel good. You no longer are feeling, hating each other anymore, And finally, we're going to do some exercises. Then this is the laughter yoga exercises. So we're going to now do the exercises. So will everybody just push your cushions back, and we're going to go around, form a little circle in the middle. Let's do that. The first exercise we do now, because laughter yoga originates from India. So the first exercise we will do the Indian greeting. And the Indian greeting is called Namaste. Where you fold your palm together, and then you bring it close to your heart, and then you bow to one another. Now, instead of saying Namaste, which is what they do in India, in laughter yoga, what should we do? We go, ho. So, and then we mix around. Don't just stand there. Move around, mix around. So let's do that. Then who says? And then we go. Let's do that. Now, in this case, laughter yoga, we do double handshake. This is what we've done. Yeah. Ho, 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 and then holding it, next hand, double handshake. Then both of you go, wah! Let's do that. This. So we first have a giggling ringtone. So you go, hee, hee, and then you answer the phone, huh? And then somebody crack a joke. So what do you do? That's that. Mix around. The phone is not for you, it's for the person next to you. So you go, hee, hee, and then you pass it to the other person, oh, and then after that person hears it, and then it turns out to be a joke, everybody laugh. Let's do that. The signal level not good. So now you're going to have to check your signal level. You go, oh, you notice signal no good. Then you try to raise up, and then you notice that the tower is nearby, and then you laugh. So that is, I'll check it. The bill comes. So now you open the envelope of the bill. Oh, and then you take it out. And then you look at the bill, you get a shock. Do that every time you get a phone bill. And for all the men, do that when you receive your wife's supplementary credit card. Okay, so now let's go back and I'll continue with a little bit of discussion. So please. So I think all of you now have a good idea what laughter yoga is about. So now that we have done the exercise, it's good to do breathing again. Stretch out your hand, roll it in, take a deep breath and hold it. now have a good idea? Now allow yourself to calm down a little. Now ask yourself, during the time we were practicing that, were you thinking about yesterday's problems? Oh no. Were you thinking about tomorrow's worries? No. You know, we were living in the moment. And right now, ask yourself, are you feeling more relaxed? Less tense? This is what laughter yoga can do for you. Help you in so many ways. So, let's just take a look at what Dr. Madan Kataria, the founder. I was very fortunate. Last year, a good friend of mine from Johor, Sister Lee Jean, and also another friend, TC Lim, they are good Dharma friends. And they organized a conference where the founder of Laughter Yoga, Dr. Madan Kataria, came to Johor Bahru. And we had a conference, and I was invited, and there I saw Laughter Yoga for the first time. This was last July, I think, last year. And there I met Dr. Madan Kataria. Then he invited me to go to his headquarters in Bangalore to attend Laughter Yoga training to become a Laughter Yoga teacher. Because he saw that I had good laughter energy, you know. Usually chubby people have a good laughter energy. But of course there are some skinny people who can laugh very well, you know. So I mean, good laughter energy is really good. It helps you become healthy. So now I'm going to mention 5 very important points about Laughter Yoga. Right? The first one is that Laughter Yoga is a very unique concept where anyone can laugh for no reason. We don't need any comedy, we don't need any jokes, and we don't need any humor. Right? We were just laughing. We don't need someone to make jokes to laugh. We don't need to have someone doing some silly things in order to make us laugh. So we can all laugh for no reason. And that's what Laughter Yoga is about. Help yourself to laugh for no reason. But sometimes you can also use good reasons. Now one example is that I was driving along the highway and everything's stuck in traffic. Now you're stuck in traffic, you sit there, nothing much to do. But you cannot meditate because if you doze off, then you're in big trouble. So what do? You sit there getting bored, and this is what I do. Traffic laughter. I see all the traffic, I go, you know, and when you start moving and you see the other side all jam up, of course you're so happy. And you're, you know? So this is laughter for some interesting reasons, you know. So that's what Laughter Yoga can help you do. And when you do that, you know, you're not stressed by the traffic anymore. Right? Isn't that wonderful? And then another point about Laughter Yoga is that it can be initiated as a group exercise like what we just did. An important thing is the eye contact. So the next time we do group exercise, make sure you make good eye contact with one another and also have this childlike playfulness. And soon, all that, even if you fake the laughter, it will soon turn into real and contagious laughter. Laughter is contagious. Just now, some of you who may not be laughing, when you saw the laughter, you also naturally start to laugh. So that's really what laughter can do for you. Now, one more thing I want to say about eye contact. Very interesting. See, all this is scientific. Eye contact, when you have eye contact with someone, it stimulates the release of another hormone. Very good hormone. It's called oxytocin. Oxytocin is the hormone of bonding, the hormone of empathy. When you feel empathetic towards someone, when you feel sorry for someone, or when you see someone and you want to help that person, the moment you want to help that person, your body is flooded with oxytocin. And this oxytocin is actually another hormone that boosts your immune system. So it makes you healthier. Oxytocin makes you healthier. And in fact, the greatest oxytocin is released when a mother picks up the child. Now, if you think about it, what is the greatest bond in the world? The mother and the child. There is no other human bond in the world that is closer than that. So the moment a mother picks up the child, her whole body is flooded with oxytocin. Especially in a happy situation and whole blood. Even if the child is crying, the mother will still have oxytocin flooding all over the body. And oxytocin actually causes lactation in the mother, especially if it's a very young child. That means the flow of milk, right, from the breast. So actually that is what happens. Oxytocin is flooding the body. Men, don't worry, it won't make you good. Because men have another complement to oxytocin. It's called vasopressin. V-A-S-S-O-P-R-E-S-S-I-N, vasopressin. So this is the equivalent of oxytocin, but this is primarily found in men. So you start having oxytocin. The moment oxytocin starts to flow, vasopressin will come out too. And for men, so it's also the hormone of bonding. It also helps boost your immune system. So this is wonderful scientific explanation that laughter is good medicine. You see, this statement, laughter is good medicine, that is not without basis. This is important scientific knowledge. Then another thing about laughter yoga, well, the reason it is called laughter yoga, the yoga part is because it combines laughter exercises with the yoga breathing techniques, deep breathing like what we were doing. There are many more yoga breathing that we use, but I'm not going to go through all of it because it takes too long. A full laughter yoga session is half a day, right? So we don't have that much time, so I'm just running through some simple stuff. And it brings more oxygen to the body and the brain, because all this oxygen will help you feel more energetic and more healthy. Imagine all this is bringing good health to your body, more energetic and healthier. And then the important thing about laughter yoga, the concept behind laughter yoga, it is based on a scientific fact. And what is the scientific fact? Scientific fact that the body itself cannot differentiate whether you are faking the laughter. Your mind knows. If you want to fake the laughter, sit there and out of the blue, you just want to get the laughter started by first faking it. And when you begin to fake it, it starts to become real. I can fake it for the first 3 or 5 seconds, but for me it's very fast. After 5 seconds, 3 or 5 seconds, my laughter is real already. It's no longer faking anymore. Because when you have real laughter, you start to get tears in your eyes. That is real laughter. Tears in your eyes when you laugh is not faking anymore. And it's contagious. It's contagious. That's really what it is. Your body doesn't know whether you're faking it or not. And because of that, the body will cause the release of all these wonderful hormones. Because as your diaphragm is bouncing up and down, even when you're faking it, it triggers, it activates the vagus nerve, and then your hormones, good hormones, start to come out, right? And therefore, you still derive the same physiological and psychological benefits, regardless whether you started faking it or not. Because as soon as you start to fake it, and if you do it willingly, not forced, willingly, you will find it becomes real. That's why they say, fake it till you make it. And that's what laughter yoga is about. And basically the history behind laughter yoga is that it was started in 1995 in a park in Mumbai. At that time, Dr. Madan Kataria resided in Mumbai. And he's a medical doctor who was trying to heal people, and then as he tried to heal people, he found that why are people so depressed even after they were healed from their sickness? So he realized that he has to produce something to help them, and so laughter yoga was born out of that circumstances. And it originally, there were only 5 people in Mumbai, but in fact it spread so fast that since 1995, that's only 22 years ago, it is now found, laughter yoga clubs are found in 105 countries throughout the world. That's how fast it has spread, and it's a wonderful thing. So let's listen to Dr. Madan Kataria explain the benefits of laughter yoga in his own words.
What are the 5 benefits of laughter yoga? First of all, laughter yoga can change your mood within minutes by releasing some chemicals from your brain cells we call endorphins. Now you will agree with me that if your mood is good, you do everything well, whether it's your personal life, business life, or social life. Everything depends upon your mood states. Second, laughter yoga reduces stress from your life and it strengthens your immune system. Now, if stress levels are down, if immune system is stronger, you will not fall sick easily in the first place. And if you have some health problems, chronic health conditions, you will heal much faster. So it's a fantastic, healthy exercise. Third, your brain needs 25% more oxygen for optimal functioning. Laughter exercises increase the net amount of oxygen to your body and brain, and it improves your efficiency. You can work more than you normally do, and you'll feel more energetic and more motivated. Fourth, laughter yoga is a great social connector of the people. Everybody wants to be with happy and smiling people, and nobody wants to sit with a grumpy person. So if you laugh on regular basis and do this laughter yoga exercises, you will have a smiling face. You will connect with people much quickly, and it brings you good quality of caring, sharing relationship with the people. And finally, everybody can laugh when times are good. But life is not always good. We have ups and downs in life. So how can you laugh when life gives you challenges, difficulties? Regular practice of laughter yoga exercises will give you a positive mental attitude which will help you to go through these difficulties in a much better way.
Now, Dr. Madan Kataria, of course, was presenting laughter yoga in a secular way. Even though he himself is a Hindu, so he didn't want it to be connected to religion. But if you were to think it deeper, there are some spiritual benefits. So what are some of the spiritual benefits? First, it promotes selfless interactions. Right? Think about it. When we were interacting, weren't we interacting as a group rather than thinking about myself? No, it's a selfless interaction. And forces people to bond together feeling humble in that bonding, humility. And it breaks down inhibitions and also reduces judgment. We're not having a judgmental mind. And it helps us cultivate this attention and awareness and able to experience joyful contentment and living in the moment. These are wonderful spiritual benefits. So this is what laughter yoga can do. And when I thought about it and I realized that I was feeling very motivated, I want to spread laughter yoga throughout. In fact, now it is working very well. Last weekend I was down in Malacca, some of you may be aware. I went to Aloka Buddhist Center and then did a laughter yoga session there after the Dharma talk. So first Dharma talk and then laughter yoga. So it worked very well. Okay, now laughter yoga is not only beneficial for adults, but also for elderly people. Right? So this is what we can do, and hopefully we can spread this to the elderly people, and that is benefits for seniors. Adds more laughter to life, something to look forward to. Right? So the elderly will have something to look forward to, like our brother at the back. He really enjoyed himself. Something for him to look forward to. Right? And it promotes physical health, strengthens the body and immune system. It also supports good mental health. By doing more laughter and having good blood circulation, it will help you reduce the risk of aging diseases like dementia, Alzheimer, right? Parkinson's. In fact, one of the reasons why people have Parkinson's is partly because of deficiency in the hormone called dopamine. Dopamine is the hormone that when it's an active hormone, and some people call it the reward hormone, but actually it's the hormone that is released when you feel enthusiastic towards things. So that's why it's very important as you age, anything that happens in your life, be enthusiastic. Because the moment you feel enthusiastic, you release dopamine, and dopamine can help reduce the risk of Parkinson's disease. This is proven. People who suffer from Parkinson's disease experience a tremendous deficiency in dopamine. And then they found that people who had Parkinson's disease, if they were doing exercises that trigger the release of dopamine, they heal faster. Their Parkinson's disease does not get worse. Because it can get worse to the point where you can hardly move, you see. And it also help to increase this connectivity amongst elderly people. Fellowship and a sense of belonging. Isn't it wonderful? Elderly people feel a sense of belonging instead of a sense of loneliness. Right? And laughter adds to longevity. All the good hormones can make the person live longer. But not only is laughter yoga helpful for elderly, but it is also good for children. Benefits for children, right? Little kids. It promotes healthy emotional development. And I've done this in many schools, but locally I have not been invited. But whenever I go to Philippines to do my Dhamma Duta work, I get invited to go to schools to run laughter yoga. And I've did that many times already. It promotes healthy emotional development, increases the academic performance because people, more blood circulation to the brain, more oxygen to the brain means the brain becomes more active, more alert, so the person can perform better academically. And builds physical stamina and develops confidence, make the person feel more confident. If they can laugh with each other, they can feel comfortable with each other, and it enhances creativity. Now we're going to do another kind of laughter yoga in a moment. I'll just show you. It is called themed exercise. Now, just now we already did one, if you notice, and that theme exercise just now that we did was the cell phone. You know, one thing leads to another. There is a flow. There is a story behind it. So theme exercise basically means we do laughter yoga. Each exercise is connected with the previous one. There's a meaning behind the flow of exercise. Now we're going to do the theme exercise. A simple one is riding the bicycle. So you come out of the house and you notice the bicycle has no air. You so you have to pump the air. Okay? Now you notice that it is full, and then you're so happy. So let's do that. Come out of the house. There is no air in the bicycle. You go. You're not sure where it's going. First you go left. You notice it's the wrong way. Now you go right. Again, wrong way. Now, third time lucky. Can you go into the middle? And it's the right way, so what do you do? So let's do that. Forward a little bit and allow your hand to swing like an elephant trunk. Then as you breathe in, pull your hand up, straight up, deep breath in, very deep breath in, and then let go. One more time. Bend forward, deep breath in, let go. One more. Take a deep breath in. Interesting, we're going to do the LRT. So you go to the LRT station, you want to buy the ticket. Assuming you don't have touch and go lah. You want to buy the ticket, and then you try to take money from your pocket, but the money got stuck. So you walk up to the counter, and the time walking. And you go, so let's do that. Walk up to the LRT counter. Gate and you go and then you tap the card, right? And then the door open, and then you're so happy you can go through. So let's do that. One more time. swing, swing, deep breath in. Swing, 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 deep breath in. The LRT train comes, and then the door opens. Because it's so crowded, everybody wants to rush in, you also have to rush in. So you're so happy you're able to rush in. So then you go, no place to sit, but there's a railing you can hang on to. So first you try to hang on to the rail. Then you realize you forgot to bath this moment. What do you do? Then you're so happy. So then forget. At the destination. They're so happy, but the train is rocking before it stops, so you and then the door opens. They're so happy. And you use this next time you have a quarrel with your brother, sister, father, mother, and husband, wife, husband, alright? So first, in the quarrel, you blame each other. You go, and then you're so happy that you blame the other person. Blame you, you're very angry, right? Yeah. So what you do the lion's pose. And you go, because you're so angry. So next time you're angry with somebody, do this. Suddenly realize, oh, he was wrong. So when you know you're wrong, what you do? You apologize. So you use the namaste with a very humble way to ask forgiveness. You go, gently, and then you realize you're forgiven. What do you do? you must forgive people. So the first thing you do, you bring to your heart. And in a very humble way, you offer the forgiveness. And everything is forgiven. What do you do? Now, everything is forgiven. So now you're so happy. Let's go to the mama store nearby and have a cup of teh tarik. So, and then teh tarik guy not there, so you make it yourself. So you go, and you give it a shake, and then you drink it. In our tradition, we don't just drink it alone, we offer it to the next person. So this time you make the teh tarik, and you offer to the person next to you. So, is not there, and you make too much. So, what do you do when you make too much? You throw it away. Swing, swing, swing. Deep breathing. Long, deep breath. Swing, swing, swing. Long, deep breath. Breath. And hold it. Swing, swing, swing. Long, deep breath. Hold it. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Show you a little bit about what are some of the things that can help us relieve from stress. So this relaxation response, the parasympathetic response, was actually explained very thoroughly by a very well-known medical research doctor, Dr. Herbert Benson from Harvard University. He discovered this about 40 years ago, and today he's still teaching his students about this two-step relaxation response. He actually started using meditators, yogis, and then went on to Tibetan meditation, and then went on to other forms of Buddhist meditation to discover how meditation stimulates this relaxation response. And this is also very relevant to laughter yoga.
We are fortunate that we have within us a response opposite to the fight or flight response. That is the relaxation response. And there are scores of techniques.
But in all of them, two steps are needed. The first is a repetition, a word, a sound, a movement. The second is freeing your mind of thought by concentrating on that repetition. And everyone can do it. The relaxation response can be triggered by all kinds of activity, from the repetition of a prayer to the primal beat of dancing, Even the rhythm of exercise can reverse the harmful effects of stress.
So even simple exercise like laughter yoga exercise can help to relieve the harmful effects of stress. So how does this work? He said that, and this is actually even relevant to meditation. It says there are really two-step response. First is that we do something which is repetitive or flowing or rhythmic activity. So many things are in there. Yoga, right? Simple jogging exercise, even meditation. Meditation is something that is flowing. You allow it to continue to flow. So when you are able to concentrate on it, then basically that is helping you to reduce the harmful effects of stress. So there are many things that can help you to concentrate. Of course, in meditation, we don't use anything external, we use our breath. So our breath is something that is flowing, rhythmic, continuously. And therefore, by paying attention to the breath, it helps us relax and bring ourselves to a state of tranquility. That's really what samatha meditation is about. But other things like laughter yoga and regular yoga exercises, jogging, all this, and even chanting, right? Chanting can also be relaxing. So you can use a word, you can use a phrase, you can use chant or mantra. You can also use music. Some people play music and go along with it, they sing along with it. And any kind of movement or exercise. All this can help us reduce the stress, the harmful effects of stress. And while we're doing that, of course, we pay attention to whatever we're doing, we focus on it. And in that focus, in the moment of focusing, our mind is free from thinking about yesterday's problems. So freeing our mind of disruptive thoughts by concentrating our attention and our awareness in the activity that we do. That's why when you do meditation, your mind is very focused on your mindfulness of breath. So you no longer think about yesterday's problems or tomorrow's worries. In the same manner, when we do laughter yoga, it does the same to us. Of course, we are not perfect. From time to time, disruptive thoughts will arise. We do that. We experience that all the time when we do meditation. We sit there in silence and suddenly we think about, yesterday my boss said this thing, I'm so angry. Tomorrow I got this assignment to hand out, I'm so worried, So these thoughts will arise. If these disruptive thoughts arise, what you do, you just allow it to let go. Don't fight it, don't dwell on it, just let it go. So by even using this attitude, never mind, In fact, I teach this attitude to a lot of people to help them relieve themselves of stress and depression. And I call this the Tidapa attitude. For once, use Tidapa when you are in that situation. Other than that, don't simply use Tidapa attitude. And young boys, when your parents tell you to do something, don't Tidapa and say, oh, Brother Pilipan taught me. Only like this, when you're feeling stressed, let it go, Tidapa. Disruptive thoughts arise, something you remember that disturbs you, Tidapa. That's how it works. Right? So do not dwell on it, do not hang on to it. Right? This is very important. And then, of course, you pay attention to your breathing. Right? So there are some wonderful, helpful benefits you get. In fact, breathing, mindful breathing is one of the most critically overlooked relaxation tools. That's why when we do laughter yoga, it's important to do the breathing. And it easily relaxes the body. It's the easiest thing to relax the body and calm the mind. And what does it do? This mindful breathing can help you bring in more oxygen to the body and brain without much effort, in a very natural way. Right? And at the same time, it stabilizes your heart rate and your blood pressure. It helps to regulate the body temperature and the blood circulation. It restores a condition in the body, a stability condition called homeostasis. And of course, it helps you to calm your mind so you no longer feel anxious or anything. Finally, most importantly, it brings your mind to the present moment, the attention and awareness to the present moment. So this is what mindful breathing can help you. There are many breathing techniques, but I have come across this one which I would like to share with you. It's called LSD breathing. Now, LSD, that's not the psychedelic drug. So, what does LSD breathing do for you? It actually is mindfully slowing down breathing, and that helps you relax the body and calm the mind. we do this not just for a short moment, not for 5 minutes, 10 minutes or 1 hour. We do it throughout the day whenever we are aware, consciously be aware, and actually practice mind, LSD breathing. L stands for long. Make your breath longer. Ask yourself now, when you breathe in and breathe out, how long are you taking? Usually we're only taking 2 seconds. Right? In breath, out breath. In breath, out breath. 2 or 3 seconds. That's the rate of our breathing. Now, if you can train yourself to slow down your breathing, you can actually make yourself a calmer person. And I'm not talking about slowing down breathing only during meditation. I'm talking about slowing down your breathing throughout the day, 24/7, whenever you can. The best time to practice this is actually when you lay down, you want to sleep. Slow down your breathing. You will sleep better, guaranteed. Right? Make your breathing long, that's L. S means slow, natural, smooth. Allow it to flow naturally. Don't fight it, don't force it, don't use effort. Just allow your breathing to slow down. And then D for deep. Take deep breath and allow it to go on, go in deeply and go out. That's why when we do our laughter yoga breathing, we take it deep. See? Let's try this now. Slow down your breathing, so I'm going to help you count. So when you take in breath, allow your breathing to go in naturally for 5 seconds. Let's do the breathing now. Ready? Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Long deep breath in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out slowly. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out slowly. 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue on your own for the next couple of minutes. Allow your breathing to take 5 seconds each way. Slow down slowly and make it deep. Don't force it, just allow it to go on naturally. Little kid, you can try that. Huh? You're a young man. Try it. Next time we don't scold you, say, hey, wait, I want to breathe. When people don't scold you already. You can try that on your father. Your mama scolding, oh, wait, I want to breathe. Okay, now how do you feel now? You feel much more calmer, much more relaxed. You don't even have to meditate. Do this as a regular thing throughout the day, 24/7, whenever you are aware. Or when you're at work, as you have to concentrate on things, just slow down your breathing. You will notice that when you slow down the breathing while you have to concentrate on doing something, it actually helps you concentrate better. Because you are taking in quality air. By slowing down your breathing, you're taking in quality oxygen. Not this hyperventilated breathing. Because when you get excited, when you're under pressure, you do that. When you slow down your breathing, you take in quality air, and it actually helps you be able to focus on your task better. Okay, so I hope that is helpful to you. Now we're going to finish off with a couple of exercises. The first one, we're going to see how laughter yoga singing. So we're going to sing Burung Kakak Tua and basically interject it with the ho ho ha ha ha. So after the first verse, then we clap the hand and go ho ho ha ha ha, ho ho ha ha, okay? And then after the second verse, gigi nian tinggal dua, and then wah ha ha, okay? So now everybody, let's do that. Ready, go. Burung kakak tua hinggap di jendela. Ho, ha, ho, ha. Nenek sudah tua, giginya tinggal dua. Lecum, ulala, ho, ho, ha, ho, ho, ha, lecum, so that is a wonderful way of using laughter yoga. Now we finish off with the last part, which is we can use laughter yoga for blessing. Right? So I'll do it standing. I like to do this standing. Okay. But you can sit down if it's easier for you to sit down. Okay. Actually, maybe we can all do standing. Why don't we do that? Everybody stand up. Okay. We basically see a lot of suffering all over the world. We see people experiencing all kinds of difficulties. So when we see hatred, what do? We send love. We can radiate metta, but we can use laughter yoga for this. I'm going to show you how to do that. And then when we see resentment, we send forgiveness. When we see weakness, we send strength. And chaos, we send tranquility. Hostility, we send peace. Fear, we send courage. Despair, we send hope. Pain, we send comfort. Cruelty, we send kindness. And finally, when we see suffering, we send compassion. And the most important part is, may suffering ones be suffering free, the fear-struck fearless be. May grieving ones shed all grief. May all beings find peace and relief. So let's read that last part together. Ready, go. May suffering ones be suffering free, the fear-struck fearless be. May grieving ones shed all grief. May all beings find peace and relief. And with this thought in mind, this is how we can use laughter yoga to spread this feeling. And that is, with that thought in mind, you use the humming laughter. Put your hands together and hum. And then with that thought in mind, allow it to flow into your heart. And when you feel it in your heart, as you feel it, you begin to open up your palm so that you're able to offer it. And then allow it to flow into your palm. As it flows into your palm, now you begin to break into laughter. Gentle, giggling laughter. And then offer it to the world. Are we all ready? So let's do this last part. Right? First, we put our palms together and we recite this again. Ready, go. May suffering ones be suffering free. The fear-struck fearless be. May grieving ones shed all grief. May all beings find peace and relief. And you bring back the good memories to yourself. Let's do that one more time. With that thought in your mind, okay, allow it to flow into your heart. Thank you very much. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you.